You gonna stay? We'll see. Hi everyone. Another video from my room today. I do apologise for not being at the best angle. You can see it's nice bit of a wall / mural and a mirror. A mirror, guys. It was originally a bathroom. It's not the best looking mirror, but it's fine. We don't need something to look perfect. It is perfect. Maybe try to adjust you a bit. There? Is that a little bit better? I think that's a bit better, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to tie my hair back for this, so sorry if you like me for my hair early, guys. It's getting tied up now. Anyway, we're going for a bath shortly, but I thought I would do this. I was going to do the more light-hearted video first, but I want to do it in my room as well, but I want to do it at the desk that this is on, and it's a bit of a mess there right now. It's like an organised mess. It's going to become more organised when I have more stuff arrive. Anyway, and there's clothes currently drying behind, so yeah. So the more serious post is on near syncope. I did try to film this last week, but my kitten Matilda, our youngest, who's over 7 months old and will be booking an appointment to get her spayed soon because she's just come out of / coming out of her first heat, which is what I was waiting for. She was just like crazy and made my phone fall over, and then I just decided not to film, basically. So near syncope is what today's topic is. Yeah, my experience with them, and I don't know what I do. I guess I don't do all these things all the time, and I haven't done some of these in a while either, but I'll get to it afterwards. Anyway, technically I've had more than where I'm gonna let the story start. There's 2 types of near syncopes for me. There are the triggered near syncopes, so something that's happening to me that can trigger one, and then there's the non-triggered ones. So just the random, oh okay, you're having one sort of situations. Generally a non-triggered one will happen morning times or shortly after getting up, or if I wake up at night and like need to go to the bathroom or something. Yeah. Other things can trigger, like other things can cause also non-triggered ones to happen. They can literally happen at any time, technically speaking. It's just I usually experience the non-triggered ones at around specific times, or for certain things will have to take place. But then you could, if I did too much in a day and I was on my feet a lot and I was getting dizzy, I could end up having one, and I'd consider that a non-triggered one, mainly because a triggered one for me would be if I got out of the bath and it was too hot for me. Well, too hot. If I stayed in a hot bath for too long and then as I was trying to get out, one came on, I'd consider that a triggered one from the bath. That doesn't mean I always have one from having the bath, just if I had one after getting out of the bath, I would consider that a triggered one. Or any form of needle sort of situation, blood test, any sort of vaccine thing. Although I haven't had any vaccines since high school and I don't plan to have one ever again, so that should be fine. But blood tests, for a while I had to get like a blood test every 2 weeks, and then like monthly, and guys, trust me, not nice. Like when you're having like a near syncope roughly every like other week or so, it's not a nice experience. mainly because you feel like off for the rest of the day regardless, but depending on what severity you will. I haven't had a blood test in over a year, I think, at this point, and hopefully I won't have to have one ever again, but you never know. I guess blood tests are a more likely thing to happen. It's very annoying have to explain to doctor, or where I go to get blood tests, generally speaking, is a walk-in sort of hospital. It's like walk-in blood test sort of thing, so you get, go in with your thing saying you need one, and you get a ticket and you wait, and when it's your number you go and get your blood test done. And I have to explain to them, oh yeah, I could pass out, because I didn't know the name for nearest syncope until more recently. Like, I don't go unconscious, but I just explain it out, because it kind of is like, passing out, but you just don't go unconscious. And like, oh no, you won't, you'll be fine. I'm like, oh no, I forget it's 50-50, it will or it won't happen. I know if I'm going to potentially have one, there's a very good chance. But obviously, doctors don't like making, anyway, it's fine. You get used to it. You get used to people like, oh, you'll be fine. Yep, sure. And then when if they see you go all pale and then you can be in your head, I told you so. But kind of a shallow victory, because you feel horrible. I did put an Instagram post up of neurosyncops, like the symptoms and what can cause them. If you follow my Instagram, I recommend you go and check it out. It's just Google. I just screenshotted the information and put it as a post. But basically, a syncope is like fainting, but you don't go unconscious. It's basically all the other parts except the physically going unconscious. Your blood pressure drops. You can feel very nauseous. I get cold and clammy and everything like that. It's not nice. Now I call my syncope spells, as I get them on occasion, and if I can tell one's coming on, I can sit down or lie down before it gets full on. Like a full near syncope for me is when I end up on the floor, but not by choice. I didn't sit down or lie down. I ended up on the floor because my body just gave out, because it is done. It can't continue anymore. And my body will be heaving / coughing, which is absolutely a gag. That's for me a full one. When I don't have any control of my body is when it's a full one. I can kind of stop them before they become a full one. It's still a near syncope spell, just milder if I get to it soon enough. Although I'll still feel pretty much all the symptoms, just not as badly. See, I get dizziness anyway. Like postal drop. So when I go from like this, and you're gonna not see the top of my head, but stand up like this, I can get dizzy. I can get very dizzy doing that. Obviously I haven't been sat down that long, so I'm fine right now. But doing that it can make my vision white / grey out, so I can't see what's going on around me. And that's normal for me. I'm very much used to that. Problem is, if I go about my day and a syncope is coming on, it can be the same symptom as just normal dizziness. And because my near syncopes are non-triggered one, can come on getting up, shortly after getting up. I don't expect it to be one when I get up, mainly because dizziness is not more normal. It's when it doesn't clear and you start feeling worse and more dizzy / lightheaded. That's when you know it's near syncope. For me, when I start feeling when my body gets very heavy, it feels like it's been forced to the ground. My first proper one, so a non-triggered one, because I consider trigger ones different. You know, I've had them from blood tests in my year 8 and year 10 vaccines in high school. They're triggered ones. I didn't know I had near syncope issues. I just thought it was the needle phobia I had. But I didn't really, which I presumed I had because of my reaction to needles, which probably, yeah, I definitely have a fear of them now, but maybe that wasn't actually the cause for my first issue. No, my first non-triggered one, I was in year 11. It was late 2016, and I got up. I was living at my granddad's at the time, and I had to go and feed the horses before school. I left my pajamas on, put my wellies on, put my coat on. It was winter time, I think around September, October time, maybe even November, but you know, it was early year 11, late 2016. And it came on the very, very short walk from across the road to the horses. And I just started to feel really heavy and like my body wanted to go to the floor and collapse. Like, you know, felt like the world wanted to swallow me whole, and my vision was whiting out, which was normal because I did literally just go up and got out of the house in like 2 minutes most. But it was getting worse, and my ears were feeling, everything felt like, yeah, I couldn't really distinguish much around me. I knew where I was going, so I got to the gates to where I would get the feed and everything, and that's when my body forced me basically to the ground. I had a slight saying it, not much. I managed to lean myself against the gate post / gate. I'd already opened the gate, yeah, and I was leaning against the post. Or was that both? Because I know I managed to force myself up to open the gate, so maybe it was. It's hard to really think what you did during one, because it's a very much almost like a losing battle sinking ship situation, and it's hard to recollect it fully. I still tried to feed the horses that morning as I was going through one, you know, because I'm like, I have to feed the horses. In the end, I managed to open the feed shed, but it was at that point I'm like, I can't. So I think I closed it again. And then I saw a friend of mine and my grandfather's. She was one of my grandfather's age. Her name was Heather, and she was walking a dog. And I managed to, like, Heather. Luckily, she managed to hear me, because I don't think I could say it too loudly, because, you know, I was like feeling like I'm passing out and feeling very nauseous and finding it very hard to stand up. I managed to, not easy. I was leaning against the shed, I think, at this point. And then I basically told her, you know, like, I feel really like unwell, whatever, and she had to come and help me get back home. Even though not very far from my body, and I couldn't do that by myself. While she was coming round to where I was on the floor, very much laying against some stables, and yeah, in the end she managed to get me back to my house. I lie down first for a bit on the sofa. I managed to force my body to get the landline. I called and let the school know I'd definitely not been able to come in. Vaguely managed to explain what was wrong, I think, and then after about an hour or so on the sofa, I think I had just enough of a feeling that I'm not going to immediately go pass out, and I got myself upstairs. Also, I wouldn't have actually gone unconscious. I didn't know at the time, and yeah, I felt off the rest of the day. I still kind of felt like I could pass out, but also I wouldn't have gone unconscious. It's near syncope, so it's like different except going unconscious, but I still felt like it. And the next time I had one wasn't until the end of the 11 time, so it was quite a long period of time between that one and, you know, the next one. Obviously, I still had my slight near ones getting out of baths for a period of time. I used to have probably like a milder form of a near syncope pretty much every time I was getting out of a bath. It's pretty bad. Now I do have a slightly lower than normal blood pressure. Anyway, it's on the lower end of normal. And I remember once when I had one from a blood test, they did my, because I went like that, they wanted to take my blood pressure and they didn't want me to go because it was still low. I'm like, oh, it's normal for me. So I won't bother going to every time I've had one. But also I had one not too long ago. And I know a while back I bought these. I got this first, I'm pretty certain. I think I get this first. This is, yeah, I got this first also in this. This is a blood pressure cuff but goes in your wrist. Yeah, got a bit of time yet. I haven't taken my blood pressure well. Let's do this. I didn't actually get this for my knit syncopes. I got this to track my postal drops, which is basically when someone goes from like sitting down to standing up, your blood pressure is meant to rise, basically. Mine either like stays the same, but usually it goes down a bit. Sometimes it goes up, but generally speaking, it's more normal for me to have a blood pressure that goes down. So, let's see if it still wants to work after all this time. Should we see? Let's see what my sitting down one is. I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been sat down long enough, so it's fine. I got these both off Amazon, by the way. Not too expensive. And pretty useful to have, especially for me. At some point I'll make a sound and let me know it's done its spin. It'll tell me you're reading. Oh, there's been an error. Never done that before. Right, let's try it one more time, okay? (104/70) and I have 57 beats per minute. Okay, now what I'm going to do is do a standing one. So 104/70 and now 91/61. Yeah, it went down. But I'm going to have to wrap this up in a few seconds, guys. Basically, this just monitors your finger fin. And you won't see the end of this because this is about to run out. So, what will most likely happen is I might put this in the Instagram fin. Let's see. this will stop when it runs out, so less than a minute, guys. Next video will be light-hearted. I do apologise, this wasn't the most informative video. Mainly more of my experience sort of thing. But sometimes I do take my blood pressure and my heart rate level. Sometimes it can give me a good indication of how more likely I to expect something. Obviously, as much as I can when they can come on unexpectedly. Like I did on Sunday, last Sunday. Sunday before? Brain fog, I can't remember. Anyway, guys, remember to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, and check out the main channel, obviously. Always more to come, guys. See you later.